My name is Misty Strunk, and I'm an owner here at Emmanuel, and I'm going to share my story with you today. At the age of 16, I was given a diagnosis that could cause infertility, and after becoming married, my husband and I began trying to conceive, and after 4 years of no success, we decided to try in vitro fertilization, and we became pregnant with triplets. And then within a few weeks, we lost 2 of the triplets, but then we gave birth to our son Samuel Quinn in 2009. But within a few years, we knew we wanted more children, and we had had several miscarriages and even a failed embryo transfer at that time. So we knew that we had to trust God's timing and His plan. But that was the challenging part for me, because I wanted to trust His plan, but I didn't want to take me out of the equation. But then in January of 2019, we participated in the Daniel fast here at the church, and during that time of the fast, we just prayed so fervently that God would bless us with another child. And within a few months, we went to the doctor, and we had 2 frozen embryos left that we decided to transfer. And within a couple weeks of that, we found out we were pregnant, and then we found out we were expecting twin boys. But then at 22 weeks and 2 days, we had an emergency with the pregnancy, and I had to be flown to UK. And when arriving there, we were quickly informed that the babies weren't 23 weeks gestation yet, and at that time they did not consider them viable, and said that if they were born before 23 weeks that they would just do comfort care on them until they passed. So at that time we began praying, and everyone began praying and just asking God to intervene and to give us guidance in that situation. And that evening we met with the attending physician of the NICU, and he finally agreed to try and save our babies. But then in a few days, I woke up one morning and found out that twin A, which was Cooper, had passed away. So we knew that it was time that we had to go ahead and deliver twin B, which was Baylor. And Baylor lived, and they were able to intubate Baylor, and they began doing life-saving measures on Baylor. But it wasn't until Cooper's passing that I had a different perspective, and I had a peace come over me that was just indescribable, and I knew that it came from God. And that was a turning point in my faith. And as a mother, I could have been at my lowest point, but through that circumstance, God just showed me that He is God and that He is so good. And Baylor spent 5 months in the NICU, and he had many challenges and obstacles that he faced, but he's home now, and he's thriving, and he's doing amazing. But this part of my story, or this part of my testimony, isn't just about infertility and about prematurity, but it's a testament of my faith and my full trust in Christ. And I can't imagine where my family would be today if I hadn't turned to God through that obstacle. And I can now say that my faith is genuine. And even on the hard days, the hardest days, God found a way to show His glory. And I know as a child of God and as a mother that God has the perfect plan for my family.